warm, San Francisco Bay. Quite a fun morning doing the dinghy catapult. Kids get yanked out of the water by a long rope attached halyard at the top of the mast and get pulled by the dinghy. It's a good job at making fun for the kids and fun for the parents. Everybody was taking turns. The lightest kids definitely were the easiest to pull and could fly the highest. Here goes Bella on a pretty good elevator ride. Oh, no, don't want to let go. Yeah, I'll take the slow way back down.
That's it! To the top! To the top!
Sunshine and 60-degree waters is not a bad combo, but you can't last forever. Certainly as the sun sets, the coolness sets in, and it's time to go get warm. We've been looking forward to our winter time in Mexico, and the kids have started studying Spanish. They're doing pretty well, and they're definitely excited about it. It's their favorite part of the day. Looking forward to warm weather and practicing speaking to people in Spanish. And certainly don't want to forget about Fred the boat hamster. He's doing very well and being fed from the galley regularly. Got the kids doing one of those boat chores. It's a perfect job for kids. Scrubbing the bottom, scrubbing the water line. To be able to earn a little extra money on the boat. Still anchored up at Sausalito Bay, so the water's a little warm. Not all that warm, but they're pretty tough. Been working on the bow thruster a little bit since it stopped working maybe a month or so ago. This thing sure is handy to have in tighter quarters with this long-keeled 45-foot boat, which does not want to really turn much. So, been working on that. I pulled out the old test light that I pulled out of my just my normal electrical kit from home and brought along for just testing continuity in a 12-volt system, and I found the culprit. So I couldn't get a test signal between the harness all the way at the motor and the joystick back in the cockpit, and so I started looking for bad electrical connections, and I found one right in that juncture. So did a repair there. So now we should have a working joystick back in the cockpit. What do you think, Bristol? You happy to have the bow thruster back?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Gonna make it a lot easier turning.
I've had to have Bristol leap from the front of the boat a couple times and grab lines and help pull us into the dock. So now we have this new controller, and we've got the wiring in place, and see what happens here. Okay, it's got power, light came on. That was not happening before, and there we go. Sound. I think the only issue is now it's a little bit reversed. Left is right and right is left. So see if I can get online and find out which of these wires I need to put across color. Okay, got the wiring all figured out. So left is left and right is right. Apparently when you're changing out from this old style lewmar joystick, which they don't make anymore, to the new style joystick, which is for the newer generation of bow thrusters, the wiring is not exactly the same. So you do have to buy this converter from lewmar, which plugs into the plug on the new joystick, and then you gotta splice in the wiring to get back to your bow thruster. But the control wires are the blue ones and the gray ones. So in order to get the right direction out of your joystick, you've got to go from gray to blue on one and blue to gray on the other one. And after I did that, everything works just as it's supposed to. So this is the new bow thruster control in its enclosure. Well, today I've been working on some of the reefing hardware, added another block for third reefing point right there. So now we can have all 3 reefing points rigged up at once. And the way that the boat was set up, these leads, these little pass-throughs for the reefing lines, were about one size too small. So they squeezed the lines and made raising the mainsail hard, because you have to pull the reefing lines through these to get the mainsail up. So the main should come up with a whole lot less friction from the reefing system now. Last time we were offshore, we had a good downwind setup, so we sailed the boat, downwind for an extended period of time, kind of for the first time. The top of this track on the front of the mast for the whisker pole attachment point, it's probably, I don't know, good 15 feet up there, and the boat's kind of pitching and rolling and you're out at sea. I had to climb up there to get the pole set, so it's just a pulley system, so I can pull it up to the top and fasten it off on this cleat, as well as a downhaul, so you can lock it in any position, just with the lines without having to climb. Head sails are off at north sails, getting worked on. The stay sail is off the furler here, and the sun cover started just basically shredding on us the last time we had a decent amount of wind. It was gusting up to like 35 knots. The sail itself is in pretty awesome shape, so not really anything to do for the sail, but a new sun cover on it, and then also the Yankees off of its furler as well. And for some reason, the old owner had a really nice new Yankee made and didn't have a sun cover on it at all. So in order to keep it from deteriorating pretty fast out in the sun, we're having one of those sewn on as well. This is the stack of mast track sliders on the luff of our mainsail. The last time we were offshore, we had one of them break. So during our stay at anchorage here in Sausalito, this was also one of my fixes to get done. I sourced a new slider and used my speedy stitch and some webbing and stitched that together. Got the mainsail reattached at the bottom to the mast at the track. So we won't have to sail around with a single reef in the main all the time anymore, and that will be good. After a couple of hard days of play and work, we were ready to leave Sausalito, go under the Golden Gate, and head south again. Joss and I remembered how pretty nighttime skylit city can be. Enjoyed some nights on the deck, beautiful sunsets, and lots of lights. One of the jobs we've given to the kids has been taking care of the trash, so final morning we had the kids wake up, take the dinghy out, and bring our last trash ashore so we could head south with a clean boat. Boys have gotten real good at driving the dinghy, and this might be the farthest we've sent them away. It's probably a good half-mile onto the dinghy dock there in Sausalito, but I sent my drone to follow them. And in the morning we had a real nice day. To leave San Francisco, we headed out under the Golden Gate Bridge and began a fairly short, about 25-mile sail down towards Half Moon Bay.